Our second short video looks at RedPoint's capabilities in defining and building content for various marketing offers that go into campaigns, be they direct mail offers, email or SMS. From this screen we can see that RedPoint Interaction can create communication spanning across multiple channels, be they CRM channels like Microsoft Dynamics, Salesforce, traditional marketing channels like outbound telesales, direct mail, email, SMS, social channels, and even web channels. In this particular example, we'll look at defining content for an email offer. We can see that what's brought up is our standard email editor. On the right-hand side, we can see all the digital assets that we have access to. RedPoint Interaction comes with a fully functioning digital asset repository, which gives us the ability to store all our assets in various formats, be they images, text, dynamic content, web forms, raw HTML, and so on, which makes it very easy to build up content. So let's look at our editor at this point. So as a user, we have a number of options. Firstly, we can use an existing HTML template and build on that. We can bring in raw HTML, which comes from a web designer, which is ready to go, or we can define a pretty specific grid. In this case, I'm going to choose a very simple 2-cell grid. I'm going to have 2 areas which I'd like to populate. And now I'll start building my email content. So the first thing I may want to do is bring in a banner or a header banner. So in this case, on the right-hand side, we can see a real-time preview of what we're actually building. I'll also like to share my stuff across social channels. So in this case, it'll be Facebook and Twitter. And that's enough for the first panel. My second panel, you can see I've clicked on it. The first thing I may do is create some personalization coming from the customer database. So hi there. What I'd like to do now is pull out the first name, just drag that across. And again, we can see the preview on the right hand side. The next thing I'd like to do is I can type in additional text, or I've saved pre-approved bits of text. Drag that in. Next, I'd like to put a click-through link. Now this link could be an actual address, or it can be one of RedPoint Interaction landing and dynamic landing pages. So we've got a whole list of them that we can use, but in this case, we'll just use a very simple address. Now, of course, we can, to this click-through link, we can apply a bit of text, or we can apply an image. So in this case, I'll choose ski socks. And there it is on the other side. Now, at the same time, I can bring in raw HTML. So there it is there. I'll pull it out for now. Okay, continuing a little bit further on, what I can also do is RedPoint Interaction allows us to create dynamic content. So I've got dynamic content here, a small example of different assets provided to different genders. So in this case, if I drag that in, you can see that we have some dynamic content, and we'll get to preview it in just 1 minute. And finally, I can also do other things like insert forward to a friend or other social media stuff. Okay, so very simple example. If I save that now, we'll call it email offer. What I can do now is look at the preview. Okay, now I can also, because we have a bit of dynamic content in there, I can see what it's going to look like. So if it's male, it's going to show me some male pants. If it's female, it's going to show me some female stuff. If it's neither, it's going to show me the default page. So what I can do now is maybe put some, just see what it's going to look like if I actually put in some content, and gender in this case is going to be male. So here we go. Hello there, Alex, and it displays stuff. Okay, so all good. And finally, what I can do is I can send test emails. I can check all the links to make sure that they're valid. I can test inbox delivery, and I can also see what the email is going to look like across the various email clients out there. So extremely powerful. What RedPoint Interaction also allows you to do is to build web forms, integrate those web forms into landing pages, build dynamic or static landing pages, and publish them automatically.